My Beautiful Teenage Life. It's basically about teenage pregnancy and creating awareness and all of that. Today we are here at your school, and I understand there is a story to share, and we are just here to hear your story that we believe is going to be or experience for other young ladies also in senior high school or teenagers to be able to pick a thing or two from your story. So I just want to ask you a couple of questions. Just tell me how you feel, how the experience is like, and all. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
My name is 19 years old. I'm a final year student.
Okay, you don't need to mention your school. That's fine. Okay, so you're a final year student.
Yes, please.
All right. So I would want to know how did you think of yourself? Did you have ambitions? How was studies like? Were you picking up? Like now Nimadia was school. Were you enjoying studies? Did you enjoy class? Or you were stubborn, true ones, you don't like school and all of that? Like, I just want to know how it was. That is before you got pregnant. How was it like for you?
I was a good student. I always come to class. I take my academics serious. I don't exempt my class in every even a lesson. I don't exempt myself from it. I always contribute to class discussion and stuff before I got myself into this issue.
Okay. that is quite sad. That's quite sad. As a student that loves school, you love to learn, you don't miss classes and all. That means you are serious about your education. You had aspirations in life. What did you want to do in future, if I may ask?
I wanted to become a Navy.
Oh, you wanted to be in the Navy?
Yes.
Oh, wow, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Okay. That was before you got pregnant.
Yes,
but do you feel it's possible now? Do you feel it's over? How do you feel now, being pregnant while still in school, not completed and all? How do you feel about the future? Say Adrian Juan, me find the first no na feel the epede be enter Navy no. But sisia no enyinsan nti ehwa wo future no ehwa then oyo de bibiala bewie ama and oyo de entumi ye pwi biom oyo de wa brabonti se onan se eba wo ba na ade eba hwe ba na ade nti sisi ehunden
one day future
ehundo be ehunde is not too late for you. Sure. Sure. And maybe na mom can share one or two ninety.
In the future be upon all this months me fin am pay them show me exams na me pass.
That's nice. That's a great answer. But sisiano this year mawaba no me pede me hu eye de ne hu de enyinsan eye de ne hu
No. Oh, one of me home farm. But now me find day we are. Or your brain I didn't know my way them. Doctor na me call hospital. My name is friend. You're okay. So you call hospital na. We saw as all home na. Me check no see. Me coach scan na me fambra. Coach scan no see me ninsen. Na or more 5 months. Now for me and then Darby, I'm innocent. Minding to the minister. Now, next for no such a day, scan is innocent. On no she now the Beefy. Now, okay, they may start to make with A and C, but I was annoyed. Still now employed.
Now, I better no more.
like obi a na me no no ono so ka de ye anyankofan 4 months na say ya akone say or 5 months dia na sure de 1 month na ka won enti eba na ye ne denti me nko hwe bia eba na ye ne dia amen sa mintum men kom men papa send them papa mbena
Okay. So she went to the hospital because she was feeling sick, and when she went, the nurses told her to go and take a scan. So after she brought the scan back, they told her she was pregnant. She was 5 months pregnant. Actually, she couldn't believe it, but then she took it, and now she had to start ANC, that is antenatal care. And she tells me it was hard for her. It was hard for her mainly because the person that she knows is responsible for the pregnancy is now saying he's not responsible because of one or two things. And so now she's been left all alone. And she also said that she's currently not able to face her dad because of the situation. So so when you go to the ANC, it can't be with them oyedin because of ANC, oyedin because of nyimpan one jebano, and then there be before for bi ho difficult.
Okay, didn't no send the scar many be call ANC no. I know you didn't mom.
Okay. All right. O send any biara or show. Okay. So I saying that it's hard going to the antenatal care because she doesn't have anybody taking care of her, because the person did not accept the pregnancy. She's all alone. Nobody is helping her. So sometimes she's not able to go, and it's been really hard. Na me pedem enyo mama na papa na enyo anta.
No me no want it, but sisi am the hostel. The hostel.
Aberdeen at the hostel.
Me mam na papa money ntem wa atete na mo papa wo. Na papa so si on the madam beda hostel. Na me wi school na say on na mam beka na se ma akofia na de masna beta ni nchen bioma.
Okay. Enti no shade sameto asa baby a sisi a o papa mpede ode ne ho hyem enti wa ma kat na hostel enyin sani na o make hostel no anene o hostel no dado
Na mo hostel no dado ansana mbi.
okay enti no shade hostel no mpomo free chance me de enzama on sada one poye why de yebotuma kade any guidance bia nche obi an show the hostel de obi atum way sebi way ma wope wo ho but your ebotuma kandama can be bitchem concerning hostel no wona no ho
Make the hostel na today hostel today school fune yeguana de
okay
bia wo he ma amena menya nkono de ya fantina
I wanna we yakuna beimbana
bisiaba.
oh okay all right nti one sana insane rebem okay all right so I asked that what happened with her dad, and she tells me the home dad and her mom are no longer together, and so they found a place for her to stay, which is the hostel she's sharing with her friend. But then after the pregnancy, the dad is saying that he's not he just wants her to complete school so that he will know if she is to come back to his home or talk to her mother for her to go there. Nti mepɛdɛ mbi so ehwa sɛ o maame na o papa wɔte bom a mepɛdɛ mo ho sɛ edwin wo ma nkyɛ ehwa still mo we see nkyɛ na no bisa na de ehwa sanka wɔte bom anka nzama be different amo.
So wɔte bom anka na de be straight, but one thing bom no already on yes street yeah.
Like etum me epe.
But you went to them here in too. Today.
Nti dam no why de our freedom bia nanka se wa for no were together encounter them. Okay. So I asked her father and her mother were together. Would the story have been different? Would she still have gotten pregnant? And she's telling me that, well, it could have been different because now it seems there is some kind of liberty to do certain things that she thinks if they were together, I mean, there would be some kind of strict monitoring and all of that. They can be able to really check her going out, her coming in, and all of that. Okay. Nti sisi a mepɛdɛ mo hu sense a nyinsane bɛyi wo nyankofo na ade ɔte den wo relation with them not to them school it to them because sisi a yɛwɔ school na yɛkɛse na wo nyankofo no so na yɛka bibi earlier on but you're able to match mo.
Okay. Obanda mo na me ba school a me mates for no na one pede one mbekasa nti no oyeda ma na me ra home me na me pray efi class olokodo no nso na efi member school nti oma yen academics no onem me class for no kwa kakase onem me English madam onon kakase de wonje de worry dem no asana mutu no ma ba school bi about your mind is yalo.
Okay nti no wa ma ho anto na enye ni je de beba back nti eba back no na we fu na epui na obi anyim de nyinsen. Okay, so I asked how learning is, how school is, because she got pregnant and then whilst in school. And so how was it like? And she tells me when she came back to school, her friends, her colleagues, she was stigmatized because they thought she was pregnant. Nobody wanted to associate with her. They were mocking her all the time. And so she became sad. And then she stopped coming to school because obviously it was hard for her. She was left alone. And so it was hard. So the teachers had to speak to the students to stop all of that behavior, to allow her to be able to come to school without feeling the stigma and be able to complete her school. And that was how come she was able to stay in class and actually go through to even get to this point of writing her final exams. Before news and Baban. Now, anything about maybe a teenage pregnancy or bomania, maybe a tribia or kodo, or chiro there as a teenager. No, the madi men ye, another madi ye, and I show ye were her, and I show ye were her, and a bibi or her, or ye constant at the be what school her. Me find able to mark a day all the time. What church was school had they and but them before a beninson na bibi or them.
No way but no the bia.
Okay.
No.
All right. So I asked if there was any form of education concerning teenage pregnancy before she got pregnant, and she tells me it happens, but it's just once in a while that these things happen. Okay. Nti Esha Sanka inya more education about this anka nzama be different ana bia wɔkyerɛkyerɛw dɛ mefan dɛ na earlier on ɛka biribi about curiosity nti sɛ wɔkyerɛkyerɛw dɛ dɛm adeɛ yie or today and not today and not today all the time is this nti na America baby about education na no nhyɛ da nyɛ ada ɔyɛ regular nti sisi a mpɛ dɛ mehwɛ sɛ ɛhwɛ a sɛ yɛde dɛm ade yɛde ba school ɛwa na yɛnya bibi to the club bi ana bibi a yɛyɛ no all the time to the American na mfa de every month biara yɛyɛ na yɛnyi wɔn akasa every month biara yɛyɛ na yɛnyi wɔn akasa yɛakyerɛkyerɛ ho de oh ɛbɛyɛ day ana mɛnyɛ day ana all of that we are mentoring you and all of that ɛhwɛ I mean oboboa na ɛhwɛ oboboa
Me sure obeboa Sunday say nkyerɛkyerɛ no kɔdo boma yɛnso youth no nso na the young teenagers for no nso nyemebo a yɛnim a yɛnso yɛn na yɛn left and right.
Okay nti all right so I asked that if there was more education regularly if we were mentoring them and teaching them what to do and what not to do, if the story would be different, if it would help, if we were creating awareness, if it would help to curb this occurrence. And she said yes, it would really help. In Tisia Esha, them initiative we are starting, in today at least the American, you be a constant mentoring. Na you be boa young people na waaba no ehwa dem brobe ya obohu ma wobeye naze dem brobe ya damadi onyɛ ada obokodo ehwa dem bia ehwa to you no oboboa papa na oyada yenkodo a because oyada yerishase nti ehwa oyada yenkodo ana
Nti me sure yada ode woyema okodo sino be a teenage pregnancy no so but ne level no be ba form damn.
okay because I mean oye yell there abofroba sebi bana ebe start wa brabo mpona all of a sudden why the responsibility wa boshio enwadina intino them mayeri ye obotum wa church and them brother ya all the time no they are on guard when you most that way na aze into them no po benyo bia bibia nya obotum wa den wa ba share no do enwadina na wa atase ana nya dem okay into esha abade dem na nche yen church young mbesiafo mbeyifo wonya together abade na ehwa ye church wona obama wata ase obama wehu de ebia damadi or today ana damadi abade na awo sete constantly nte ehwa nko like what decisions are taken chobe different awofo abade na awofo botum wa ya oboboa abade na teacher fo wa ya obotum aboa de o teacher mnye ne kase wa abon mozin bebre wa abo wa mentor mo si ni nya ne chi wa hye onkran na ade I think that oyi no so mama wo so aka bibi so e da aka ho na e da train stember be ya wona wo hwen no so obohu de oh so obi a teacher obohu de mu student bi oba ha no nya dem situation po botum abamo na onye bezin komo ana de moto menyim mombo fama menye wona ache dem asem dem bro be ya won so be de obeya ahwe nti no ka bibi hwen ada teacher obotum aye ada mfanda awofo botum aye sisi anu how you are in that shoes Nti I able to match train there. Oh, said the minimum pay the mama, job of woman mundru ha. And as the impo mudru hano, the minimum pay why day, or that bomb.
I mean, they say education on premarital sex, so no, or a high, or yanoda, nanka, baneda.
Okay. Nta wo jene de teachers no mfa the teacher bia ba class na wa abodo onye wona akasa oh day na we to one for ansa na wa cha wana ade bibi dam
Like I now could see today say school nim na so club bi anade aya nkofo de bia oba ha de na se obey ncheche fan dam kwano da kam didi don banada.
Okay. So I asked her what she thinks the community or as teachers or as parents we can be able to do to help curb this situation, and she tells me if they are constantly educated on the consequences of premarital sex, it would greatly help make their decisions towards that. It would be very important to them. It really wouldn't have even brought her into this situation. So it's something that should be commended. Yeah. And America be concerning what teacher, because na who the teacher no odwenu ho bebre me de na one time American about my organization no kasham do or very smart students be one of the good students, and we share them in social na opade then yetum ye born na musha or a good pan or ye me pede can something about u teacher no more ye na can be there say at least no say obi, because menim there the madi teacher bi o ha one kasa abofram pa no bi na we jan ma why na de intino how it happened as mosma won wo show no bocho can be about it.
Musa madam na me head of academics we see obom fed dono I mean ye pa Sunday, so we have been panka one kasamo, but Nina numunum. Me teachers for nenu komo. Members kumpa mo fimpo, o two car be fiber shishom. O kada member school bium. Me uncle fire nini na. Mammy fancy momo. Me free mum, na me son member school bium. It's me the one I see baby. Send anyway na no way any them. You won't put a cadel or any banning and see Uncle Samo, now Sunina, Madam, na head of academics, waging them, Amasia, Metum, Marcho, Mesams, Moakan Bippers to me, Mary, to me, the one I see baby.
Wow, that is amazing. That's beautiful. So I asked them. I asked her about the help she received from her teacher and the head of academics. And she tells me they were very helpful, because when things were hard, she left the school because they were mocking her, they were stigmatizing her in the class. So she actually left, meaning she didn't want to go to school again. She stopped. But then they drove. They came to her house, they spoke to her, they told her to forget everything. They motivated her, inspired her, and then they made her start the school again. And I think that I would use this opportunity to commend the head of academics for, as well as her, I think the English language teacher, for how they handle the situation, because it's hard. I mean, for a young teenage girl like this, it's hard, like mentally, physically, it's not easy. So she's feeling alone almost all the time. It's not easy. But then they have been with her throughout the journey, even with the parents and how things are going. It's been hard. But she says that they have really helped her, and I mean, God bless you all so much. This is great. This is actually what we expect of the head of institutions to also be able to do. And so thank you so much, the madam, and thank you for your help and everything. Inti sisia yerbebo wie mepede eka bibi eka nzama ekore bi bi, but first and foremost mepede enye awankasa wo young nkofo today wo age mates wo class for teenagers mepede wankasa fiwa kumem na to one for a comfortable the way it's now. Okay. No, not in a year, and I engine now. You know, be okay. No, the engine now. All right. Let's see. Mpede advice one.
Ma futi kakra means mama men for na me colleagues for in there. Easy the teenage ever fire from sending a brown away. I mean the ma mean mention our baby man cotinamity when a man uncle made the do so men the do many me do men no more. I know mankasa the milli face nina a bro marry or din, but in there the be obey to Mr. Minuanum, the may and uncle for day, teenage pregnancy. D. Oye, a day or a day will be a day like ordinary cushion. Sunday, me won't be, but man fan there, we put to matum the memory. Sending me the I did a slim this many other than Padame, yes, and we school. Now so, when him there on cage, we school. Nothing I must say, Master Jima, but some matured. Obey.
Okay. Our sister has really spoken. She has advised the youngsters, her colleagues, to be very careful because it's not easy. Now she's all alone. She's staying with her friend. Her mother is not by her side, and so I mean things are hard. It's not easy. You should just see her countenance over here. You can just feel the regret in her voice and everything. It's really hard. And so if you're a teenager listening to me, please let the story of our sister make you understand that the consequences associated with teenage pregnancy is not an easy thing. I know that our sister has been very strong. Other people would have aborted it easily like that. But even after finding out and everything, she took it head on and she would want to face it. As she said, she tells me she's praying to God if all things go well with her after putting to birth, she would want to still pursue her dream of being in the Navy, probably furthering the education and then achieving that long cherished dream. And all of us here, we are just here to help our sister. But before we go, I just want us to be able to help her because one of the main reasons why my beautiful teenage life is here is to be able to get the help and the support that we need so that a young beautiful lady like this, her mistake is not going to stop her from achieving her dreams and everything. And so I just would want to give her the opportunity to speak to you guys that about concerning the help she needs so that we will be able to help her and see how best she can be able to go forward and further her education and all of that. Because that is why we came all the way from Accra. We came here because we heard of her and wanted to hear her story. Now, I just want us to know how best we can help her so that together as a community, as women, as fathers and mothers, as big sisters, we know that this could happen to any of our younger siblings. And so we should be there to be able to lend a helping hand. Katrin, abam one esha, sisia, yejina here, yabe, even yabet wasam, but me pedem mboa ehwehwe na yemfan to jadam brobeya sisia yo second day ebi wo ho a nipa bebre wo ho but opede wo bo but won hu ekwana won fa do from bo nti say but ma ka train no na ya share how best we can solve it.
Pede obom na tum me komi si na yakopon so e masum dream no onu echiru no so pede obom na tum mutua ma adusua no do pede mesam ko school mutua do na me nevi na pede me kono me tum na ma akọ wona pede oye wodem.
Okay. And our sister has spoken a lot. She said she needs help to be able to go for the ANC and everything because she's alone. She doesn't have any help, and so monetary help or any other help at all that you can be able to provide for her, the opportunity is there. We'll leave the number on the screen so that you can be able to support her so that our sister here would have the bright future that she has always wanted to have.